Oil. It's a small word with a big impact on everything we do and everything that surrounds us. From the manufacturing plant to the everyday commute, oil is ever present and in great demand. We know that we need it, but do we know what happens to oil after it's been consumed? It's a burning question that has government officials looking for answers.
When there's 2.6 billion gallons of oil used every year in this country, and we can't find 450 million gallons, that is a big concern. That's a lot of oil that we don't know where it is, and it's likely that it's going to be in the environment. If we can't account for it, we assume that it's in the environment, and that's not a good thing. Used oil can be very toxic. There's metals in it, there's unburned petroleum products in it, there's what we call polyaromatic hydrocarbons in it that are very toxic. And when you get these materials in the ecosystem, they can be very harmful to the organisms in the soils as well as the streams.
According to the EPA, it only takes 1 gallon of used oil to contaminate 1 million gallons of fresh water. That's enough to supply about 50 people with clean water for 1 year.
It's a constant process where we have to keep educating people with the management of used oil and the harm that they can cause with just a spilling or a releasing of a little bit of used oil in the environment. The regulations are there, but a lot of people don't know about them. Used oil is a very recyclable product. There's companies that are doing a very good job recycling it and keeping it out of the environment.
Despite the fact that used oil recycling facilities have been around for years, it is a sector of the market that has been underused and in some cases misused. So in an effort to turn the tide within the industry, the experts at Thermo Fluids have created a one-stop comprehensive environmental service program that begins with their customers. By offering this foundation for collection services, Don Weber from Oil Can Henry's has less to worry about once his used oil is pumped into a tanker and taken away for recycling.
The peace of mind that Thermo Fluids gives us is that we have a lot of environmental regulations we need to comply with once those products leave our facility. And we are very confident in Thermo Fluids' ability to handle them responsibly and see that they get recycled.
Once picked up, the used oil is transferred to a local Thermo Fluids facility, like their newest one here in Clackamas, Oregon, and converted to an alternative industrial fuel, which is then reintroduced to the marketplace. One of those markets is asphalt manufacturing, making Todd Baker's carbon footprint much smaller.
We've used recycled used oils since the mid-1980s to fire our asphalt plant. Asphalt's actually one of the most recycled products in the world. We reuse the asphalt from the roadway, and by incorporating recycled used oil into making asphalt, we feel that it's just more environmentally friendly. There's a number of different products you can use to fire an asphalt plant, but overall, recycled used oil, it's got a great BTU rating, so all along we thought, this is the product to use.
Recently, Thermo Fluids' commitment has reached beyond the recovery of used oil through an industry-exclusive program called Green Shield Services, which includes the recovery of used antifreeze, filters, and other waste materials. This is accomplished in a manner that demonstrates the best practices for a sustainable environment.
For the Green Shield Services program, we have 3 objectives with the program. The first objective is to make sure that our customers have confidence that their best interests are being served through the professional services that we're providing them. Second is we want to make sure that our customers have peace of mind that the environment's best interests are being served. And then we do that through number 3, which is education. Not only educating our customers about the used oil industry in general and what needs to happen, but also helping them educate their customers. Because we've got a problem out there, and that problem is 450 million gallons of unaccounted for oil, and we need to account for every drop.
Market Development Manager Heath Rackley is hopeful that as Thermo Fluids continues to spread awareness, the right choices will be made, making more decision makers sound environmental stewards.
Whether you're a business that generates used oil, or you're somebody that changes your own oil, the bottom line is you have a choice. You can choose to be involved in the process and make sure that you're selecting the right company to handle your materials.
Programs like this have accountability because they actually encourage people to do record keeping, to be accountable of their used oil generation, and really they make it easy to manage that material. My hope with companies like Thermo Fluids who have an aggressive collection program is that they make the collection of used oil the norm.
With over 30 locations in the western United States, engineers at Thermo Fluids have gone through extensive measures to ensure compliance with all regulatory standards to ensure that customers have peace of mind in their decision.
Their compliance record for environmental regulations, their equipment, their level of customer service, and the number of services they can provide all came into play when we chose Thermo Fluids.
Whether you know it or not, used oil is a part of our everyday lives, and most people are part of a recycling story. Thermo Fluids' goal is to make sure that every drop of used oil is recycled. To do that, we've taken it upon ourselves to educate everybody from the business owner who generates oil down to anyone who drives a car why it's crucial to get involved. Our future depends upon all of us making responsible decisions to protect the environment, not just for today, but for generations to come.
Visit thermofluids.com or call the number on your screen to find out why Thermo Fluids is the responsible solution.